Hello, this is Philip Myers at PEMY Consulting. Welcome, everyone. Some of you may have seen an earlier short video of this idea. The presentation formalizes and extends that thinking. This presentation starts from a simple observation. Many of us, personally and professionally, are making capital-sized financial commitments without ever approving a capital decision. What follows formalizes that observation into the first part of a three-part framework for evaluating recurring financial obligations. Here are a few examples of the types of subscriptions fees we're talking about, things most people either pay for personally or deal within business operations. Subscriptions are everywhere, and monthly pricing is deliberately small. Monthly pricing feels insignificant by design. The payment is framed in the smallest unit possible, $10 a month, $20 a month, so it stays below the threshold where people naturally pause and evaluate. When a cost feels small and repeats automatically, decisions stop feeling like decisions. They become informal, almost invisible. Because the payment is framed monthly, the long-term cost is rarely evaluated as a whole. What distinguishes subscriptions from other recurring obligations is structural. Unlike loans or purchases, there is no asset, no balance that runs down, and no natural endpoint. The obligation is open-ended by design. The central claim of this series is simple. Even small recurring fees are capital commitments. They just don't look like it at first. Monthly recurrence alone tells us very little. What matters is whether value can be verified, whether there is a payoff condition, and whether market discipline exists. When recurring payments are classified by structure rather than frequency, subscriptions immediately stand out. Later, I will show that a stream of small monthly payments can be economically equivalent to a large lump sum. This translation is standard finance, but it is rarely applied to subscriptions, even though the logic is identical. These instruments are usually taught and discussed in isolation. Putting them side by side exposes a key difference. Some recurring payments are naturally bounded, and some are not. This is a turning point. Rent, warranties, and mortgages differ in important ways, but they all share something critical: verifiability and boundaries. Pure subscriptions lack both. There is no asset, no declining balance, and no natural endpoint. The exposure is structurally open-ended. Subscriptions compete with capital, not cash. That means capital level discount rates, roughly 6 to 8%, are the appropriate reference point, not risk-free rates. Cancelability changes legal form, not economic exposure. This formula does one thing. It forces persistence to be priced. The rate represents opportunity cost of capital, not a credit card APR. Whether a subscription is cancelable does not change the logic. It only changes the behavior at the margin. A $10 monthly subscription can easily represent $1,500 to $2,000 of economic value. Most people would never knowingly approve that purchase outright. Subscriptions feel different only because structure hides scale. Monthly framing suppresses scrutiny. Passive renewal removes friction. Long horizons are difficult for humans to perceive. This is fundamentally a perception problem, not a mathematical one. In many subscription markets, there are few effective structural constraints on pricing. Value is opaque, switching costs are engineered, and renewal is passive. This is a structural outcome, not a moral claim. You do not need complex math for every decision. Asking whether you would finance something indefinitely, what it costs over 10 years, or what else that capital could do immediately improves decision quality. Capital questions expose commitments that were never consciously chosen. The good news is, you don't need to cancel everything, you just need to price it like capital. Thank you.